Hello everybody, Momo from the MomoZone. Hope you're having a great day. Today's quick thought is going to be called, oh well. What is that? I've been studying with my buddy Richard Goulet from Boutique 63, who is an official and a real Zen monk, who's been sharing with me some different philosophies and different ways of thinking that I've always kind of thought of, but never put down to the final real way that I'd like to use it. And he's helping me optimize all this. And what is this oh well? Richard told me this story about a Zen master in a little village in Japan in the 18th century called Hakuin. What happened was that one day, his neighbors came and said, hey, you're a Zen master and you got our teenage daughter pregnant. That's really not cool. So he looked at them and said, oh well. One day, the baby was born. They came to see Master Zen Hakuin and said, hey, this baby is your responsibility. You shall clothe and feed this baby and take care of it because this is your duty. He looked at them and said, oh well. A few years later, there was a knock on the door and Master Zen Hakuin opens the door, and it was the parents that came down with the daughter to basically apologize for saying that they had lied. They were trying to protect the boy in the village, but they had had an affair and they blamed it on the master. They are now here to take the baby back. He then turns around and looks at them and says, oh well. Now what does that mean and how this affected me is what I'm going to share with you. Oh well is very different than today's whatever. When you say whatever, you're kind of fueling into the fact that there's negativity being thrown in your direction and you're just saying, yeah, whatever, and you walk away, but you're actually still fuming inside. And even when you're not in front of that situation, well, you're giving yourself all kinds of sub-thoughts about what happened, who's right, what went wrong, what's going on. I don't need this fucking person anymore. And then you try and forget it and you move on. This is a negative approach. The oh well thing, from what I got, was you just don't subscribe to certain kinds of negativity at all. You let it go right over you. Let your negativity backbone slide. That's really what it's about. Now, easier said than done. Just a set of words that I'm putting together that maybe you guys think you've already heard before. Practice makes perfect. There is a time and a place for everything. And I tell you, that after years and years of trying to not let anything affect me and only surround myself with positivity, it is for sure that somewhere down the line, we all come in contact with negative moments, whether it's with friends, families, strangers, situations that just pop up. I think it is really important to train ourselves on to decide what really matters. And the, oh well, it's just a way of saying, I'm not going to let this affect me. I'm not going to get my debate muscle going over there so that when somebody says to me, I'm going to start feeding into this conversation like a ping pong game where you just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And guess what? You go home that night and you didn't accumulate anything. No real knowledge. You're not a better person. You didn't make more money. You're not healthier, you know. So that's what I think. I think you guys should think about that too. Oh well. Very much different than whatever. So, on that note, I wish you guys an awesome fucking day. The sun is shining. You guys totally fucking rock.